Hello everyone, welcome to your YouTube channel Psychological Content. Today we are discussing about ancient Indian psychology. So let's start. Ancient Indian psychology. Indian psychology has been known since ancient times. It was completely different from today's psychology. Unlike other countries, psychology in ancient India was ruled by various philosophers as well as religious schools of thought. Psychology in ancient India started from the period of Rigveda and Upanishads, Buddhist philosophy, his technique of meditation, psychology of Atman and Nirvana, Vedanta psychology, Jain psychology, and yoga psychology are Indian psychology. Rigveda. First we discuss about Rigveda. Rigveda, the first book of Veds, 12,000 BCE. It speaks of death and immortality rather than rebirth. The Rigveda contains many mythological and poetic writings of the origin of the world, praises of gods and ancient prayers for life, property and more. Some of its verses are still recited as Hindu prayers on religious functions and other occasions, making it perhaps the world's oldest religious book is constant use. Upanishads. Upanishads means inner or mystic technique. This is important. The Upanishads are a collection of texts in the Vedic Sanskriti language that reveal the earliest emergence of some of the central religious concepts of Hinduism, some of which are shared with Buddhism and Jainism. Vedanta psychology. When we talk about Vedanta psychology, we first need to understand that this psychology comes from the ancient Vedantic ideology. The schools of Vedanta wants answer to questions about the connection between Atman and Brahman. Atman is the soul and Brahman is the universe. The school of thoughts wants to answer the questions which is our purpose in his life. Buddha psychology, 6th and 4th centuries BCE. To find a cure for the pain of human extinction, the Buddha's main concern was to end suffering. In this regard, he has been compared to a physician and his teachings has been compared to a medical or psychological prescription. Like a physician, he observed symptoms, the disease that humankind was suffering from. Next, he gave a diagnosis, the cause of the disease. He gave the prognosis, it could be cured. Finally, he gave the prescription, the method by which the condition could be cured. So, this is the steps of Buddha's techniques of medicine. Buddhists pursue medicine as part of the path toward enlightenment and nirvana. Vipassana means clear insight into the real characteristics of body and mind. Vipassana bhava, insight meditation, is sometimes called meditation. Vipassana's technique uses mindfulness to note every detail of our mental and physical experience with a moment by moment unblessed view. By practicing mindfulness meditation, we can see and actually overcome the causes of grief which are within ourselves. Psychology of Nirvana. Nirvana was conceptualized by Lord Buddha 566 to 486 BCE. His suzerainty reached the age of 35, awaking to the true nature of reality, which is nirvana, absolute truth. The word nirvana originally means to blow out and referred to extinguishing the flames of greed, hatred, and confusion. When these emotion and psychological defects are destroyed by knowledge, the mind becomes free, bright, and joyful, and no longer subject to rebirth after death. Nirvana is ultimate happiness. The Buddha described dwelling in nirvana as a state of deathlessness and the highest spiritual attainment, leading to a life of virtuous conduct. Jain psychology. The Jainist school of thought has also influenced Indian psychology. Jain school of thought believes in life. Its nature is consciousness. This creator and consciousness are coextensive, where another desire is exist. Psychology of yoga and its influence. Everyone is aware that yoga practice was done in 6000 BCE has come. The artifacts of a person sitting in Padmasana were obtained in excavation, which proves that yoga was practiced during the establishment of our civilization, and it too has been passed down for centuries. Yoga is practiced as a way of getting rid of various physical and mental diseases. Now we are discuss about some research and conclusions. Finally, we find that our ancient history is replete with schools of thought which make us what we are today. Psychology is a very relevant subject despite being very widely applied in India. Western theories cannot always give us the result we want. To focus on Indian psychology and to be mentally important to broaden the origins of Indian psychology, focus on how much knowledge our past holds for us and use it to make society better does. Mehendipur Balaji is a great example of psychology in how psychology is practiced in a rudimentary, highly superstitious manner. Many doctors have started using myths and stories of God to treat mental illnesses. Even this idea is not widely popular, yet the results showed that Indian psychology, if fiction, can give us something amazing. We are a people of faith and spirituality. It is important to have faith in our future and past. So thank you everyone. Please do comment, share and like the video. Thank you.